Hey, everybody. It's time for another episode of the Graybeard Gaming Podcast. I am Scott. This is Liam. David is busy. And this week we're going to talk about Marathon getting delayed. Insert huge story here. Oh, I guess I didn't do that. What we have been playing this week. But first, I have a question, Liam, I guess just for you. Mm-hmm. Recently, Sarah Bond from Xbox announced they are working on the next Xbox console that will be AMD powered and Windows based, allowing for multiple game stores. What do you think this means?
Well, the wording is interesting because they say Xbox has multiple game stores, not the console. So I still don't know if they've said the console itself will be a PC, because that's different.
Yes.
Because they have the Xbox Ally, you know, the handheld PC that's going to come out. That's going to have like Steam, the Xbox app. They have PC gaming. They have the cloud. That's all under Xbox. But you know, I don't think it actually said directly that the Xbox console itself will play Steam. So
no, they didn't flat out say that.
No, they haven't said that. So I'm still cautious as to what's going to happen, exactly what they plan to do.
Yeah, I think that it may be, they could be talking about like Xbox app, the Xbox store, and then Battle.net. I mean, Battle.net is its own store. I mean, you can buy Call of Duty there. You can buy...
Yeah, they are putting a lot of stuff on Battle.net, oddly. So.
Yeah, like Avowed ended up there. But what else is in Battle.net? World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
So maybe that's where that's headed. I don't know.
The thing that I'm more interested in right now, as a person who just has like an Xbox library, is to keep going on about like backwards compatibility, which should be a given, but you never know. So but they said it would be compatible with all your library. I was like, all my library? Like, are you expanding that compatibility? Because the current Xbox doesn't play everything.
Well, see, that's what I think they're alluding to. I don't know. I wish they would just, if they're going to announce stuff like this, just speak plainly.
They keep like teasing, and it's like, is it? Yeah. Is it not? Like, I don't know.
Well, it looks like, especially what AMD was talking about as well, because AMD kind of had their own little thing, and it coincided with what Xbox was saying. But it sounds like. This is going to be more of a PC. It's going to be more of a PC / console kind of hybrid. Yeah. But maybe what they're talking about is like, I've got stuff that I bought on Xbox that does not play on PC. Okay. Yeah. And I've got stuff on PC that I've bought through them that does not play on console, and vice versa. So is this something that's going to be able to play all of it?
I don't know.
That'd
be cool if it did.
That would be cool, and that is,
I think that would be a thing that they would need if they wanted to sell consoles. Not that they care about selling consoles, but obviously they're making it, so they want to sell something. But like they're not out to be the most console sold. That's just not their agenda.
No, the numbers are not important. Not important, but it's. What's important is your digital library, right?
Yeah.
It's where you play the games, because it's where you're going to buy your DLC and all that stuff, right? So, and I just totally lost my train of thought. That's where it's important, because like we saw with Final Fantasy 16, they shadow dropped it, right? Yeah. And it sold okay. It didn't sell great. It didn't. The numbers are still kind of flaky right now.
To like fly off the digital shelves after 2 years of a shadow drop.
But
so whatever.
Right, but it was when it came out, it was a console exclusive to PlayStation. Mm-hmm. For when did that come out? 2 years ago, like 2 Novembers ago, I think. Yeah, so a year and a half ago, basically. So. What I'm seeing like on Reddit and stuff, a lot of people bought a PS5 to play that game.
Yeah.
You know, so now that like you wait this long to put it on another console and it doesn't sell well, that's on you, man. That's not on the people that you know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's just
That
a thing
own
that
that console.
happens with these deals, because PlayStation does that every time they get a game. It's like, oh yeah, it's just on PlayStation, even though 2 seconds later an ad says it's on everything. So PlayStation just does that.
Right. No, but get this though. This is what I'm saying though. It's if you buy those games on your PS5, then you own that on that PS5. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
You're least likely to buy it again on another console that you have.
Yeah,
right.
You are least likely. I mean, some people do, but you are less likely.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
do it.
I've done it. You know, I've had Destiny on, you know, both consoles, but.
Also, with like the Final Fantasy actually games, which is quite funny, that all of them are like play anywhere. So if you get on Xbox, you get on PC too. They actually opted into that deal. So like any Final Fantasy basically is both PC and Xbox. I think that should be Microsoft's focus, is to play. Well, it is play anywhere, and that, I don't know, just that ecosystem sort of togetherness.
Exactly.
That's what I want to promote.
That's what I'm getting at. I think that's what they're alluding to. They're not saying it flat out, but I think they know how important that digital library is.
Yeah.
And just like, so now that you've got stuff on PC and you've got stuff on console, now if it merges, then your library is larger, you know, or it could potentially be larger. You know, because now you've got stuff that's only on PC. You can play Dota. You can play Counter-Strike. You can play, you know, these other games possibly on this new console that you can't on the other consoles. And that, holy shit. I mean, if that is
would be a holy shit moment.
That will be
make people go, whoa, I might actually get this Xbox.
And if Sony still is in that, you know, mid 2000s mindset when they come out with this, when the PS6, where it's, you know, I know they want to like jump on engagement, but if they're still in that mentality of like sell console, they're going to be in the same boat. They're going to end up with nothing. They're just going to have the same people buying the same console over again, and it's not going to grow.
I'm quite happy with that right now, though. Like, they're quite happy just selling the consoles. They need to sort their first party out, but they know they have like the fan base that will buy the consoles. The problem Sony has is they're not Nintendo when it comes to selling software, because Nintendo can put out anything and 50 million people will buy Mario. Sony wishes they could do that.
Well, it's I don't know. I think that they're, hold on. I gotta get that. Did I get it?
It's a rogue hair. Ooh.
This is hard to do. Oh, I think I got it. Nope.
Hey, he got it.
It's really bugging me. So, but yeah, and for our audio listeners, I had a hair sticking out of my beard, so I'd chop it off. So that's going to put Sony in a particular position. Nintendo's going to be fine. They're putting out you know, mid hardware and mid games, and people still buy them in droves, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, me.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying you know it's right or wrong, but
Nintendo just have their own sort of lane.
Yeah, they don't have to try anymore. They don't have to. I mean, look at the Switch 2. It's just a better Switch 1, which apparently is what everybody wanted, and everybody got it, and you know, it was easy for them to do that. So, but Sony, I really worry about Sony. I worry about you know, when you look at Sony from the outside, and if you could, you know, if you're solely a PlayStation player. Right now, you got to be looking at, you know, stuff like why is Death Stranding coming out on PlayStation 5 only right now, knowing that it's going to be on PC and Xbox later?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? If they're not trying to sell consoles again, then what is the point of that? And why do these developers keep making these deals with Sony to do that?
I think with Death Stranding, it's a bit more complicated than just making a deal. because the original game was Sony's. No, they actually did own the IP at first.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. And then Kojima bought the IP.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew he owned it. I didn't know he had. I didn't know he had to buy it.
Yeah, so he bought it back. That's why it came to Xbox. So they probably had this deal anyway. They're using Sony's engine, so there is a more connected deal than most deals they do on that front.
Man, that's a fantastic engine too. Man, I wish more people would use it.
God. Look of it.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's another thing. Hey, Sony, if you need some extra money, just
just make everything in that engine.
Well, just give it to everybody, just like Unreal. It's like, here you go. You can use it. Just we want 10% of the proceeds that you make from the game. It's I don't know. I don't like exclusives. I don't like especially console exclusives. I think that's we're past that. I think it's anti-consumer. And Microsoft seems to have found a way to not only get past that, but even expand on it to the point of you're getting into possibly I haven't said this, but playing PC games on the new console. Imagine though, and again, everybody thinks you can make a console and then just throw the Steam store on it and the games work. Okay, that's not how it works. No. That's not how PC games work. And no, you're not going to be able to do that. Man, I hear that cat is back. But if AMD, if they've got with AMD to make basically a PC with an Xbox front end, which would be very smart, and allow you to just have whatever store you wanted, Epic Game Store, Sony, PlayStation, if they even have one by that time, which they probably will, Steam, Good Old Games, any of them. That is holy shit. Your library, your expansion just blew up, and then it even gets it gets into a gray area of like, what should I get? Should I get a PC or should I get a new Xbox? Then you're in, any of the arguments that you have is like, well, PC is better. Some of that just goes right in the toilet, because
obviously they were treated as like separate platforms essentially before. So it's like console or PC. If you just break down the wall on that sort of whole thing and just be like, hey, our console is a PC as well. Yeah. So I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know how that would work though. Like, logistically, who makes money?
Everybody.
Yeah, but like if you want to get an Xbox and you want to buy an Xbox game, do you buy it on the Microsoft Store or do you buy it on Steam?
Okay, what are you playing on? What are you buying it on? Let me ask you that.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if Xbox had Steam right now, where would you play your games? Would you get Xbox games? Do you get PC games?
Well, I think it's going to be just like their new ROG Ally X Series XS, whatever it's going to be called. It's just like that. It's going to have a front end that is basically Windows, and it's going to have, but you're just going to be able to install whatever store you want.
Yeah, but like, who gets paid? If I buy,
no, it depends on the store you buy it from. Yeah, just like it does on PC.
But let's say if someone gets an Xbox, buys all the games through Steam, are Microsoft making money?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just like if you go and buy Halo Infinite on Steam, Steam gets I think like 30% of that. The rest goes to Microsoft.
Oh yeah,
just like any other game.
Yeah, if it's Microsoft games. In general. Like, Or will they be paid online if it has Steam?
Well, that's an interesting question if you think about it, because if who makes the money, who's got the better price, what's on sale. This is the best thing about PC is because if you want that game that's on PC, there are 4 places that you can go to get it.
You can get it,
and also there's like 2 others that you can get maybe a coupon or a code that will save you even more money on that game. So like right now, Battlefront 2 for that everybody's saying is blowing up because it's an awesome game is like $3.99 on Steam. $4
Yeah.
on console. It's still like freaking what, $60 or something.
They're going to have crazy sales in Battlefront 2. I'm pretty sure it went to like single digits on console as well. It is getting more PC like with the discounts on console sometimes. So
Really?
especially
Well,
EA
they
games.
should.
Like EA games, they always go down in price so much.
Well, they do, and they're really good about having prices on that. Sony's not so much. Sony will have a game on their store for 6 years for $60 and never put it on sale.
Yeah,
because they think they're Nintendo. But that
I do like the idea though that how you say it'll be like competing stores that have to put their prices down.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. But the same thing is it's just like if you have the Xbox, let's just call it Xbox Jupiter just to give it a name because I don't want to call it next Xbox or so if you buy an Xbox Jupiter and you take it home and then when you turn it on, obviously the first thing you're going to see is Xbox. It's going to come up and go, hey, sign in. You're going to get all your stuff that you already own. And hopefully all of that will be backwards compatible hardware, and not like some emulator or I mean, not an emulator, but I mean some cloud-based thing, like Sony does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be, and I think they're going to go forward with that.
Yeah, I know Microsoft basically at worst with its compatibility will be like everything that the Series X plays already, the next one will play. Because there's no reason why it should. There's no cloud streaming needed. Anything that Series X plays right now, the next Xbox will.
Yeah, it should. Absolutely.
We just hope that they could do a bit more. If they put hardware backwards compatibility in, oh wow.
Well,
that would be
well, that's what I'm getting at. When you turn it on and it plays those games with AMD, they're making the next processor for this thing, the new GPU. It's going to be using FSR, all of that good stuff. Is it the backwards compatibility of it? Are you just playing the PC version?
Yeah,
and if so, that is a good thing. That is absolutely a good thing.
Yeah.
Because usually the a backwards compatible game that's on say 360, a lot of times the PC version is better because it's been updated.
Yeah.
And that 360 version probably hasn't been, may not have been touched since it came out. Just made it compatible for, the new Xbox. So there's a lot of, I can't see a bad point of this. It only other than if they come out and go, oh no, that's not what we meant at all. It's totally not that. You can just play Xbox games. I think that will be a disappointment.
That would be a disappointment, and to the consumer, it doesn't sound bad at all. Like if more games, why not? Just put everything on.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the reasons that I bought a PC is because if you go to Steam and just look at what's on there, this is a whole just like 60,000 games that you may not be able to play because you're on a console. And I look at the library on Xbox and it's like 3,000 games, I think. Sony has roughly about the same amount, I think, on their library. And as opposed to 60,000 games, I mean, that's a vast difference.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not so annoyed about that aspect of it. I would say I would want the consoles to actually just be backwards compatible for everything. I wish that was just how it was. If Sony came out with the PlayStation 6 and they went, oh, by the way, you can play all your PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5 games on it.
Yeah.
Everything. I wish consoles just had they're all in everything. I don't care if it costs $1,000. Do it all.
Do it all. Absolutely. I mean, it's just better for the customer. And if somebody is, from their standpoint, obviously, if you're gonna look at hey, this isn't, we know we're not gonna outsell Sony the next time.
Yeah.
But the next time that Sony gets that exclusive or whatever, like say Death Stranding 2, you know that you could probably wait on it and you're going to get the better version of it, period.
Yeah.
Because for one, it's probably going to be the PC version. So, you know, I don't know. There's just, I can't find a bad way of this.
Oh, no, not at all. From our point of view, no, there wouldn't be anything bad.
It's exciting. It's exciting to me because if the future of consoles are going this way, which I hope it is, because that would be great for console players. I'm excited for people to get this and be introduced to good old games and Steam and have to deal with the Epic Game Store like we all do. You know, it's just exciting.
That would be cool. I'm not putting like any hope into it right now because it's just all a lot of talk.
Yeah, we know better.
And rumors and this and that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I do think Microsoft could surprise everyone and just come out with the Xbox next year.
I think it's possible. It's probably more likely 2027.
Yeah, probably more likely.
Yeah. But I think that if they get a jump on Sony...
that would be icing on the cake for next year, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they want to get in front of Sony. Here's the funny thing about this, though. So they will know exactly when Sony's going to drop their console, and they will also know exactly what's in it, all the hardware specs,
because
everything.
They make games for PlayStation.
Exactly. It's like, you want Call of Duty, you got to send us the PlayStation 6, dev kits. So we can tear the shit out of them and see what's in them. So they're gonna have that advantage where they, I don't think there's going to be any because of their exclusivity. They're not gonna.
Technically, some Sony studios do have access to Xbox.
Well, I'm sure they do, like MLB, the Play,
MLB,
or whatever.
There's Bungie, if they still exist after this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not that they don't already know anyway. I'm sure that there's people. I would not be surprised if they didn't like call each other and go, they're both working with AMD. It's like, oh my God, this thing we're working on, did you guys figure that out? It's like, yeah, just, change this if you know that. It's like, oh, you got it, you're good, because they want competition. They want it to be, better. But they've. I just think that this next console iteration is going to map the future of console gaming.
Yeah.
Like going forward.
It really could. And it's not just what they talk about with PC and things like that, but the whole AMD partnership they have. I mean, we know they use AMD, but the fact that both AMD and Microsoft are sort of bragging about it a little bit, they're like really hyping it up. It's like a bit more than just putting a chip in.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I think that it's, well, for one thing, it's smart for them to both use AMD. AMD is working with both of them, and it makes development time for third-party games and stuff like that better. But I don't know. It's again. Every time we talk about AMD and processing this, I think of Sony as like, God, man, I hope they need to get this next one right. They really do.
Yeah.
Because they're going to lose a lot of market share if they don't.
I do wonder if Microsoft will just tease next Xbox like at the Game Awards. You know how they did the Series X.
Maybe
be like, hey, here's an Xbox PC.
I really don't think it's going to be this year, though. No, I don't think they're going to see how this handheld sells.
Yeah, handheld does, which I don't think it would sell too much, really.
Well, it is. It's a niche market, and they know that.
It is a niche market,
especially at the price they're going to have. Because I'm guessing it's probably going to be. My guess is going to be $9.99 and $8.99. I
think a bit lower than that. Maybe.
Why?
600, 800 or something. I don't know.
You think so? I hope so. Yeah. But I think it's going to be more expensive than people think. Because even though right now they said it's too volatile to have a price for something in November, which leaves it open like, hey,
I mean, actually,
start saving.
Yeah,
it's going to be expensive.
Because I don't know what American prices are going to end up as. Oh, say that,
Oh,
but
jeez. Yeah, I don't either. I know that Nutella cookies went up $1.30, like just in one day. Just in one day. Just you go to the stores, like, you know, they're like $4.30, and you go back to the store and they're like $5.70. And I'm like, you know, what the hell? That's like $1.40.
that happens here with random stuff. You go to a shop, you're like,
Wait, that was like $4 yesterday. Now it's like $12. Yeah. Well, I know that's not high profile items. Obviously, Nutella cookies are delicious, but not on the same, you know, playing field as a console. So, but
things are expensive.
yeah, and that's another thing too is pricing for this thing. They've got to get the pricing right. But oh, man, it's just, I don't know.
I mean, if it did just, if it was just an Xbox and they just went, right, it's just like just the Xbox on that on the next console, they could like price it fine, be like normal price.
They can be really competitive with Sony, right? Whatever they're going to do with it, but I don't think it is.
If it is more, I mean, the PS5 Pro was already $700 when it launched. I think we're sort of past a point where price matters that much, because we know that in this economy now that we're in, prices just go up, not down. So even high-priced items are like, yeah, it'll probably sell.
Well, I don't know. What do we have numbers on the PS5 Pro?
I mean, I don't think we have numbers. But,
I don't think they've released any numbers on that, and that usually means that the sales were not as high as expected.
Well, no, because everyone's got a PS5 anyway. So
yeah, but you know,
I mean, the last generation Pros didn't do much either. Like, not everyone went up and got them.
Well, Nintendo sold what I think you told me 3.5 million in a week.
In 4 days.
4 days. You know how you do that? You actually have 3.5 million consoles to sell.
Yeah, that is true as well. Have plenty of stock at launch.
Don't think that that's like a flex for Nintendo sales. That's their manufacturing. Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5. Yeah, they would have sold everything that they had put on the shelf in 2020. It just, unfortunately, you know, we all know what happened in 2020. It was like just, you know, drip feeding people. And Sony still, it did well. I mean, it sold like pretty much everything that came out. But I know that scalpers were probably absolutely pissed when they go pick up their Nintendo Switch 2, and they look over. It's like, hey, you got 40 of those in stock? Oh yeah, we got more in the back. You need another one?
I mean, I just walked into the shop like one morning. I was like, yeah, you got a Switch 2? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, here you go. Hey, you're getting kind of beans. You want your Switch 2? Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's Nintendo being Nintendo, right? That's them going, hey, this is how you do it. If you want to sell them, if you want to sell a lot of them on the front end, knowing that maybe it's not that much better than the other one, or you know, something. I don't know. I don't have one, so I'm just speculating. But if you flip that out, it's like, hey, everybody got one.
Yeah.
And we sold all of them because we made a bunch of them. So anyway, so we'll hopefully hear, we'll probably hear more about this at the end of the year. I'm really hoping that they give some kind of indication of when this thing is going to come out. Next year, I don't see it coming out next year. I really don't. I don't think it's ready. I might be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it did come out, but I'm not expecting it to at the same time. Kind of thing.
It is going to be the 15th.
Like, it would be a prime time for it. It would be amazing timing if it's ready.
Well, Xbox is going to be 25.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, 25 next year. So that would be a cool thing to kind of throw out. And that would coincide with my predictions of the new Gears being a launch title for this thing, and not on the Series X or Series S, and also going to PlayStation 5 at the same time. So I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess it would be on X and S. I don't know why. But it would be. Yeah, it's going to be launched with the next one. But I don't know. It's all speculation and whatnot. But interesting stuff to talk about nonetheless. I like what Microsoft's doing. I don't say that a lot anymore, but it seems like they've just kind of they turned the ship. They just went in a completely different direction, and everybody's freaking out about it. But I think once it settles in, people are going to be like, "Hey, this is actually really cool."
Yeah.
So let's get into our normal groove and talk about what we've been playing this week. What have you been playing this week, Kitty Cat?
On this one, I've been playing some Game Pass games because that got added. So I was just testing some games out. My favorite game right now is Rematch.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Game Pass.
It's like Rocket League but with people. That's literally what it is. It's Rocket League without cars, and it is just like football.
So it's like it's like soccer on steroids.
Yeah, so it's so fun as well because it does have like mechanics of Rocket League. So in this sort of stadium, you can like bounce off the walls and kick the ball anywhere. There's no out, there's no foul, no nothing. You have to control the ball, pass. Everything is manual as well. Like if the ball goes past you in other games, like FIFA games or sport games, the player will get it. Like if it went near your player, the player would just be like, "Hey, AI, I got it."
Yeah.
Not in this one. You have to control the player. You have to be like, right, press that button. I've got it. Pass it.
Oh, so you go from player to player as the ball comes in.
No, it's just you. Like
just
player.
one character. Okay.
Yeah, but that's how everyone has to play. So it's funny when you pass somebody and they just like run past it. It's like
no.
It does require a bit of skill to use.
Yeah, I would think so. Like kick the ball. I'm just gonna hold on to it. I like it.
You can do tricks. You can dribble. If you're a goalkeeper, you can just dive either way. There's like a timing mechanic to it. So if you see the ball sort of its little cursor that sort of shines, so you go the right way when that goes and you've got the ball. And if it goes in the goal, this is the weird part. It's not a goal if you've got the ball as a goalkeeper. So as long as you hold it doesn't matter if he's in the goal or not.
Oh, okay.
He's holding it, so it's not a goal. So I think that's because there's like some animations, because people like jumping around on this all the time and slide tackling and.
Are people like flying up in the air like in Rocket League or?
Not flying up in the air, but
like when you hit another player, do you like go and like fly up and do stuff?
No, you don't do that. But you just sort of funny. Like you slide in and you just get tackled. And I think it's sold 1 million copies already as well. People really like it.
Jeez.
And that's being on Game Pass and PS Plus, I think.
Yeah. Hey, see.
So yeah, people really like it, and I think it could be like a next Rocket League. All they got to do, I think, really is sort some servers out, because sometimes the servers do stop and like, I can't move. The ball's not moving. Nothing's moving.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So that does happen sometimes. I think it's like a smaller game anyway, but
yeah, I would think server consistency would be needed for something like that.
That is needed, and I just want to see where this game could go. Like, it's fun with friends. I think it's the best part. It's like it's fun with friends. You play with random people that don't know how to play is terrible. So if you know how to play, have some friends with you, and it's a blast. Yeah. But where this game could go, I don't know. It's got like battle pass stuff as usual. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, and all my friends are like, just quit FIFA and went, let's play this. Because
well, yeah, why not?
FIFA's terrible. Oh my god, I don't want to play it anymore either. So,
yes, you're going to get the next one. You know you are.
I probably am, but
yeah.
even the price of this is £20, so it's like $25.
Oh, yeah. So it's a perfect price point. Yeah.
Which I think like Rocket League did that as well. All these smaller games, they did have price tags to them. I know Rocket League's free now. Mm-hmm. A lot of these games did start out as paid titles with a smaller price point. and everyone went live service. And I also played FBC Firebreak.
Oh yeah.
Did you try this?
Yeah, Jenny and I, my wife and I, played it on a stream of mine, and well, I'll let you go first.
What a strange game.
Yeah,
I don't know what to make of it.
yeah, we didn't either. It was really bizarre. We didn't really understand. I mean, we knew what to do, but we just didn't have any context of like,
No, it's just
like what, like why are we doing this? Like what?
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing, why we're doing it. Enemies
Yeah.
are appearing.
We didn't have very much fun with it. What did you think?
I mean, we had a bit of fun with some friends of mine, but I don't know. It's just strange. I think they updated it to sort of streamline the experience. But yeah, do it after the game is out. Great.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know what the update is going to do. But yeah, I mean, it's from Remedy of all studios.
Yeah, it's a weird little. I mean, they're not. They kind of make one kind of game, you know.
Yeah, it's just so strange though. Like who's making this idea? Did you do like missions? What missions did you do on it? What were your objectives that you found?
Replace or repair the fans.
Yeah.
Where you go in and and then a couple other things. I think that's about it. And then just like get in the elevator and get out of there.
Did you know how to heal yourself? How to get shields?
No.
Because we have to do it. All revolves around water.
Yeah, we saw the showers.
Yeah.
And there was a I think an enemy that exploded or something, and I was on fire.
Yeah.
So I ran over to the shower and I extinguished myself.
Yeah, this whole game revolves around fire, heat. You have to keep yourself wet.
Fire break.
Essentially. So yeah, you just have to like hit showers, hit drain pipes, hit water canisters to like keep your health up. Because if you get too far in, you just get drained of health just by being on heat.
Yeah, that wasn't as much of an issue as ammo, like finding ammo and
ammo was at like I think it's like next to the elevator normally.
Yeah,
there's like a little part
but like getting there, like when you're on the other side of the map, and then you got everybody just pours right in the middle of it. Yeah. I think it needs some balancing, some severe balancing to make it fun.
But the mission that made me laugh was. We went in this, and it's like, oh, you got to clear these sticky notes. You know, post-it notes, like sticky notes everywhere. They were just like covered the whole level. Like everything was just covered in them, and you had to shoot them and just, like clear it, like clean it out. Like what is this? And I was shooting them. The sticky notes were coming up on my screen.
So you're like being covered in them?
Yeah. So then I had to go to the water to like wipe it off. And the enemies are so bizarre.
Yeah. There was what we thought was some zombie type characters that just like they run right at you.
I love the flying ones. I love the flying
in the chair.
They look like elderly people in flying chairs.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought of. Like, why is everything flying at me?
It looks like they're doing your taxes while they're attacking you. Yeah.
So I don't know what.
You have an E49 form. You do. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, it's very strange. I will play it again after a couple of patches. I think it's just in that stage where it needs a little balancing and maybe a little bit of patching, but it is obviously everybody wants to make a live service game, I know everyone's trying to make these online games, but who asked for this? Nobody. Alan Wake 2 has not made money yet. It hasn't even made money yet. So if they could throw something together and for $40 and put it on Game Pass and people buy microtransactions and stuff, then it keeps the studio afloat and probably funds Alan Wake 3, which will also not make any money, or whatever. I think they're working on Control too, but it looks to me like it's, I don't know. I'll have to play it again to get a proper opinion of it. But right off the bat, it just felt like a thrown together live service, something that it felt like Redfall to me a little bit. Like, I see what you're kind of doing here, but none of the ideas really,
I mean, I
came
don't
to
see
fruition.
I don't see what they're doing here. I really don't get it at all. And I mean, having a zombie horde game, fine. But I mean, what I mean is, like, which developer sat there and went, you know what we need? A level where everything is covered in post-it notes.
Well, that's just their weird humor, man. That's the
like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I just don't get it.
It's the post-it note floor. And you should have went up another floor.
I know there's stuff to collect as well, and you can upgrade stuff, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm just much.
I'm just kind of exhausted of games like that.
I am too.
I'm just tired of them.
If it feels like wasting my time, I don't know about this. Let's go back to Rematch. I might play football. That's what we did.
Yeah, I'm getting weary of games that like don't respect my time.
Yeah.
And just seem to be there to just emphasize, buying skins and stuff. And that's what this feels like.
Yeah, it does. As some of these games do now. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
The only other thing I played, actually, I went back to some of my classic games, is I played some Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
That's my childhood game. So I love those games.
Which
so
one?
Much. I went to play the first one. Because I never 100%ed them because they're so difficult. 100% as a grind to actually get everything done. I decided to started to play again. I just had an itch for it, so I was like, I need to play that. So I started hard difficulty. It is hard at first. Like, wow, this is hard. Jeez.
Yeah.
So I got through like some of the bosses, some of the levels. Got through a little bit. Got through a little bit. Because it is basically a lot of timing and knowing the attacks of enemies at that point. So I had like a couple of hours in. And then I just wanted to switch to my other save. Obviously, like, this is a game from 2005. 2000 even.
Yeah.
So it had the save slots. So I switched back to my other save where I've got like mostly everything done. Obviously on the easy level. Grinded some of that just to get like a bit of leveling in. I went to save it, and it saved over my heart game save slot.
Was that automatically, or did you do that?
I did that. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Oh, man.
But I didn't realise because I'm so used to sort of like muscle memory on that game. You just go tap, 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 save.
Yep.
And I did that. I was like, I'll just overridden my save, and yeah, nothing I can do now because in 2000 they didn't think to warn you about overwriting your saves.
Yeah, we were smarter back then. Wow. So this is on a PlayStation 1?
Huh?
PlayStation 1?
It was a PS2.
PS2. Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember. I didn't play any of those. My daughter did. I got her the Kingdom Hearts like pack for Christmas for PS4, and it has all of them on there. And she got up to 3, I think.
Yeah, I have like completed 3. Never did the DLC either because it gets crazy, like the attacks and combos that you can do. But I do love those games, just my childhood memories. So yeah, special for me, even if it's a very confusing story.
Yeah, my childhood games consist of combat and asteroids and boxing and Pitfall. Nothing that I want to play now. No, it's very rudimentary. Do you need Kleenex? Are you good?
I cannot get rid of this cold or just allergies. I cannot get rid of them right now.
It's too hot for allergies here. It's like we got like a heat index of 108. It's super fun. David couldn't be here because of heat. So is that what you played this week? Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't play a whole lot this week. I had a lot of other stuff that I was working on and doing, but I did play Firebreak. My wife and I played that, and I tried to get her to play Jump Ship. Not Jump Ship. Yeah. Is it Jump Ship? Yeah, it's Jump Ship. The demo is out. The game comes out next month, and we're contrast to Firebreak. This game is fun. It is a and I think I talked about it last week, but it's a co-op game, and you have a ship, and you have to maintain your ship, but you have to get stuff for your ship, and you want to get stuff for your ship to upgrade your ship so that you get more ship. It's all about your ship, right?
Yep.
So you got a crew, and you get contracts and stuff. It's like, hey, when you need to go out here and find this, somebody lost their blah, 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 and you got to go get it. So, you get your crew together, and for me, it's just one, but you go out there, and then when you get attacked, your ship gets damaged. You have to repair it. You have to find stuff out in space, like a satellite or like a base or something, and go in, kill robots, grab their resources and stuff, and repair your ship, and then later upgrade it and things like that. There's no PvP. There's no store that I saw. I mean, it's a demo, so who knows? But it's just a lot of fun. It's just a fun game that you can play with your friends. And after playing Firebreak again, I was like, wow, this is really good, man. This is really like what these are the kind of games that I like, that you can put hours into it, and it respects your time for that.
Yeah.
So and also I didn't really play anything new. I've been playing some Battlefront 2, just like I guess apparently everybody else. And yeah, that game is just that game was never not fun.
Yeah, I mean that was always fun.
Yeah, it's just silly, bombastic. Just it's kind of the anti-Battlefield. It's really sad that we'll never see another one. That's about it.
I mean, I hope there's a possibility of another one. If there is, then it probably won't be by EA though. So that's another thing. They don't have.
God, man, after the layoffs, does DICE even have enough people to make a second game at the same time as Battlefield?
No, what I mean is like the Star Wars license itself it's not by EA anymore.
Well, so they can still get it, yeah, but that exclusivity has ended.
Yeah, so it's like another team you're just making Battlefront.
Yeah, so I mean they can still make Star Wars games. It's just not exclusive to them. That was a stupid deal. Disney is so stupid. Why did they even do that? They could have had like 20 freaking good Star Wars games if they had just like given it to any studio that was like, hey, can we make one? But no, they gave it to it was a 10-year contract. How many games did we get in 10 years? 2.
2, was that it?
2. Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2.
For the whole 10-year. Wow.
For that whole year contract. Now, Jedi Fallen Order came out on the end of that, so that's technically in it. I mean, they made it inside that contract, but at the same time, I mean, still, it's just ridiculous. And of course, Disney's like, "Where's all the games?" It's like, these take these take years to make. Like they didn't know that, even though they had their own game division. Anyway, not talking about Disney. We're gonna get away from that. But what I want to talk about, though, and you probably want to talk about too, is Marathon, which we called it, I think, last month. I mean, yeah.
That's last week.
I think probably when they showed it, we called it. But last week, definitely. It got canceled, delayed. Sorry, it's got delayed. Delayed indefinitely. Now, what that means is usually that's just getting a delay with no release date, no new release date. So it's not really a delay. It's more of like, we just ain't telling you shit until we fix it.
I do think they said that on like Sony's financials, they just said like by March 26th. So
yeah, Herman Holtz said that, but Herman Holtz isn't making the game.
No, but that could be an indicator of possibly, but
they want it out before then. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's probably going to get out before then. I'm guessing. I think Sony's just going to go in there and go, look, guys, this is your last. This is it, man.
Yeah.
If you screw this up, you're toast. I think that game should be canceled. I have said it before. I don't think that they can, in the amount of months up to March, I don't think there's anything that they can add to that game.
Yeah, like
that
what can you do? Really?
Turn everything around.
Yeah.
You could add PvE to it. You could add a mode where you play with your friends, much like all of their other games that they've made since day one. Is a co-op experience that you can go in and do missions and do all this stuff that you do, PvP. And have both modes. The developers wanted it. The developers wanted to put it in there. They said it multiple times. Every meeting that came up, they're like, you need a PvE mode. And the higher-ups said no. They wanted a PvP experience so they could capitalize on, hey, if you want to get good, you got to pay us money for whatever's in the store.
The thing is, I don't know anything about game development. I know rough ideas, but if the game is all tailored and made for PvP, wouldn't it be quite difficult to just add a PvE thing inside in there? Like
they already have it
in that amount of time anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to use Arc Raiders as an example because I didn't play Marathon. I only watched a bunch of videos, but I did play Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders, yes, I don't want to say it's easy, but I think that it could be I think it could be implemented in a very short period of time just by taking out the PvP aspect. You have a lot of enemies. You have a lot of enemy AI. The robots in Arc Raiders learn from how you attack them.
Yeah.
In the match. Like, they get smarter the longer you're there. I mean, that's incredible. So to even for them, I think it would benefit them having a PvE mode for people that don't necessarily like PvP. So anybody that anybody that knows Bungie and has played Bungie games, and again, I'm talking about the masses. I'm talking about the people that just buy like 1 or 2 games a year. If they've played Destiny 2 or Destiny 1, they love it. And if they played Halo, their expectations for something from Bungie is not this at all.
No, not at all.
And even the content creators and the whole slew of people that they sent to wherever to let them play it, and then had the online gave codes to all these guys. It was kind of unanimous. It was just okay. Like, everything in it was just okay. Nothing in it was great. Nobody said, that this was fantastic. They did a great job on this. Everybody was like, it was fine. That's not what you want in an engagement.
No,
that's not.
You need like a special hook as well. Like,
it's got to be like, holy shit, this is crazy. Everybody that played Arc Raiders was like, why did this end? Like, why is this not out? You could just take it early access. Just give it to us now.
There was an outrage based on the fact that they didn't release.
It didn't release, and people were like flipping cars. Yeah, it's so you've got these two competing games showing that, hey, this is how you do it, and this is how you don't do it. I think the art style, personally, for Marathon is going to put a lot of people off.
Yeah,
I think it's just a little too weird, and not a sci-fi way. Like, if you look at Destiny 2, a lot of that's weird, but in a good way. Like, it's sci-fi. It's sci-fi fantasy. It's like, this is like, what is it? It looks like everything's a test dummy.
Yeah.
Everything's like in production. Like, nothing looks like it's supposed to be there. Everything looks like it's placeholder. Like, it looks like placeholder the game. Have you ever played a beta or anything that had like these blocks and stuff that didn't have textures, but it had a line, had a circle in it, showed the depth, showed the size, right? Or maybe some squares and stuff like on it to show that, hey, this is this texture goes here or whatever. I've played alphas and stuff like that. That's what Marathon looks like to me. It looks like it's an unfinished game that you're playing, and the characters look like clowns. They look like French circus clowns. Doesn't mean it's not fun. I haven't played it, so I can't really say, hey, this is,
Yeah.
But shit, man.
We've been here before, Sony.
Yeah, I know. Sony they were flexing. They were like we bought Bungie. Yeah, eat it, Microsoft. And then they're like, hey, wait a minute, you guys aren't worth this much money. What's up with that? And then they come out with a Marathon. There's also been a lot of job openings quite recently at Bungie. Some very high up ones.
Please help us.
Yeah. And just to give, they did tweet out, this whole big thing, and this is the stuff that they're going to work on. And I think it's fair. I mean, they're obviously wanting to improve this game. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt of, the areas that they want to immediately focus on is upping the survival game, more challenging and engaging AI encounters, more rewarding runs with new types of loot and dynamic events, making combat more tense and strategic. So I can't attest to that. I didn't play it, but I see what they're saying. They want it to be tighter, more focused, and a little more difficult, so that if you get out, it makes it more rewarding. Next was doubling down on the Marathon universe. This one kind of worries me. So increased visual fidelity. I think a lot of people complain that like the outside parts were just kind of foggy and didn't really have any kind of texture to them or any kind of depth, and it was hard for people to, I don't know, it was just to see like enemies and stuff. Yeah, more narrative and environmental storytelling to discover and interact with. No, I'm sorry. This is a PvP game, guys. You can't have it both ways. If you have a PvE, absolutely. Narrative and environmental storytelling, they're really good at that. Do that. In a PvP game, you're going to have people in there that give zero shits about any of your environmental storytelling. Just don't even bother with it.
Just imagine like a player just like, I'm just
hey, look at this book I found. I'm just going to read this book. Yeah, give me a break, guys. A darker tone that delivers on the themes of the original trilogy. I really don't know why they're tying this into the original trilogy at all. The original trilogy was, man, go read some Marathon lore. It is deep, man, and it is like super sci-fi. Like you got like AIs like competing with one another. You got it sounds like a sci-fi Greek tragedy. It is amazing, and for them to try to put that in this game just seems kind of lessens the experience of the original trilogy.
Yeah, because it's sort of like, especially if it's like that sort of loved, and then like, here's its successor, and it's like,
yeah, it's like, wow, you're putting, okay, the story continues here, like question mark. I don't know why they, why they even bother with that. I really don't. It's a PvP game. It's an extraction shooter. I mean, I don't think. Like Arc Raiders doesn't really have any. You have all the story you need. It's like these things took over the planet, and you're trying to like defeat them.
Yeah.
Lord, there you go. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is adding more social experiences, which apparently there aren't any. There's no social experiences. There's not a social hub. There's not, there's not proximity chat, which you absolutely need to have in a.
I think that's something did they say they were going to add that?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting at. So what they did is said a better player experience for solos and duos, which is good. You need that. Prox chat, so social stories can come to life. Give me a break. They said that they didn't want to do that to begin with because it was going to be too toxic, and now they're saying,
no, well, we're adding everything you wanted. Please buy our game.
Yeah, well, I mean that's good that they're adding that. You need to have that. You need to have that.
Yeah.
Now, Arc Raiders, and again, I'm using this example because I did play it. In some instances, the bigger like robots, arcs or whatever, that if you take one down, they have good shit in it, right? It's like a death pinata. But to take one down, you might need more than 3 people. So you can say, hey, don't shoot. We're going to go take out this robot. You want to help? And they go, yeah. So then you got, 2 teams. You got 6 people, maybe 9. They're like, hey, can we help out? Yeah. So with that proximity chat, you can do that. And I said it on the show. I had my experience with somebody's like, hey, over there, I just want to extract. I don't want any trouble. It's like, okay, don't worry about it. I'm not going to shoot you. Let's just get out of here. Those things, you want those kind of experiences because that is the game itself. You're playing that character, and that other character's like, please don't shoot me. I don't have anything. I just want to get out of here. It kind of tells what kind of person you are too. It's like, yeah, sure, come on, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Turn your back.
Yeah. If you are that kind of person, I will find you. And I will kill you. So that's just summing up. They did say it's corpo speak. And if you watch the video, I don't know if you watched the video. I put out a video and read this for everybody, so they didn't have to read it. So I'm not going to do the whole thing again. But the first thing they start with is thank you not only for your passionate feedback around the marathon reveal and alpha playtest, but also for your patience while we took the time to listen closely and chart our next steps. I don't know about you, Liam, but I've been gaming for a long time, man, and it would be really refreshing if somebody as big as this just came out and went, you know what, we fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah.
We got something and nobody really seemed to like it that much. So we're gonna work on it some more. With the stuff that you told us, we're going to work on it more. We're going to try to make it more fun. And when we come back, we're going to have a beta for everybody, and you guys can try it and see what you think. And again, get more feedback and see where we go with this. Just talk to us like we're fucking human beings and not shareholders. You know what I mean? I mean, like just like the art thing. Like you can't tell me that the art director of the game did not know that art from someone that they followed on Twitter was in the game, was in the alpha test. Like, you can't tell me they didn't know that. That's bullshit. Oh, we got to scrub the game. It probably took you 2 hours to go in there and go, we know exactly where this stuff is. We got to take it out because, we got caught. Pfft. Now we got to come up with our own art, Yeah.
When it comes to like the whole intro thing about, we're just carefully planning our next steps or whatever it said.
Yeah. Tread lightly.
Before that, right, before that sort of official delay probably happened anyway.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in September. So what next steps are you planning? It was supposed to be out.
Well,
see, this I mean is like, this is what I mean. What can you do in a short amount of time? Because, I don't know.
Well, it's, I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I'm going to guess, and this has happened before, what happens, and this is exactly what's going to happen. You're not going to hear anything from these guys. They're going to go dark. Like they did last time. It's like, here's Marathon. They go completely dark, or shit. You're not going to see anything from them, hear anything from them. There's not going to be a screenshot. There's going to be jack shit for probably until the end of the year. The end of the year, they're going to maybe have some kind of beta or something to show or something to play. And it's only going to be a little bit different than what you see right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully I guarantee you it's probably going to be the exact same game with proximity chat.
Yeah.
And this is what they're going to try to release next year. No PvE mode. I don't know. It's it's sad in a way to see that it's just so simple. We just wanted Destiny 3, man. That's all you had to do. All you had to do is make Destiny 3.
Yeah, or have Destiny not remove all its content every time it updates.
Well, they had to do that because they stole it.
Yeah, but like I mean, even then though, like just regular content, like the content they do make,
like places that we used to go to, and the story that we bought.
Vaulted. What they do, like I couldn't do after that. Like Destiny 2 is like,
yeah, when you spend
paying for?
Yeah. I don't even want to add up how much money I've spent on Destiny 2.
Yeah,
I bought every expansion.
Yeah, I spent a lot of Destiny. Destiny 1 was great.
Yeah, I have no problem with that at all. I don't have any regrets buying anything from Destiny 1.
What they should have done was just like remaster Destiny 1.
Well, they can't do that.
You can't?
No. Well, no, because... Well, the reason that they this is why they said it was the engine, and they're probably right, because the engine was, I think it was still like kind of based on like Halo 3 technology, and it was really hard for them to update the game because it was never meant, that engine was never meant to be a live service engine. So it's like apparently like if you moved like one plant in a level, you had to compile the entire level, which might have taken 24 hours to go, oh, I didn't put that plant in the right spot, let me move it again. That was like 50% up. The other 50% was they kind of ad hoc a store into that game, and it didn't work well. Yeah. So the new engine was built for to be more liquid, and then also to accommodate a store, which worked a lot better. So in order for them to like redo Destiny 1, they would actually have to like just recreate everything in the Destiny 2 engine in order for them to release it and make the store important.
The thing is, like in terms of the content,
which I would be okay with,
of Destiny 1, half is in Destiny 2 now anyway. All the levels are the same, the exact same from Destiny 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a one-to-one conversion, and they just, go in and... I mean, I don't know.
Oh, here's an extra raid, one from Destiny 1 that we had.
Yeah.
Why not just make Destiny 1?
I mean, I wanted a do-over. I wanted a Destiny 3. I wanted a Destiny 3 that's like 300 years later, 400 years later.
Yeah.
A completely different story, a completely different game, or just something that's not this. Yeah. Nobody asked for this. Nobody said, hey, Bungie, make a PvP only game when your PvP for your last game has been shit for 5 years. Like, nobody wanted them to do that. And
I don't
I'm
know
serious.
What the I'm thinking.
I think this is going to get canceled. I really do. I don't think we're going to see Marathon.
No, I mean, we probably won't. You're probably right. You'll probably go dark, and then they'll just sort of quietly cancel it. They'll be like,
it's like, we're working on something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sony has taken us over completely. And, which is probably what they need to do anyway. So I think right now, what this means, again, it's corporate speak. So if it's corporate speak, it's not what it says. It's something completely different. Right now, they're the heads up. The heads of Bungie are sitting down with Sony, and they're going through everything and figuring out, like they're probably drilling them on, can you make this work? Can you make this like playable? Can you make this to where people want to play this, and when? And if they don't have solid answers, they're going to go in and they're just going to start. They're just going to cancel it. They're just going to go, you know what? This is it. You're done. Put your staff back on Destiny 2. We're taking over. Destiny 2 is now a Sony project. It's our only multi-plat project. We're taking over Bungie, and they might even not be Bungie anymore. It might just be like PlayStation Studios or something. I don't know, but I really think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's sad, but don't love the studio. Love the people. Those people are all gone. Halo 2, great people. None of them are there, except for, 5? So, anyway. So, with speaking of Destiny, I watched some video. I don't know if you did. You probably did. Watch some videos of some people that got to play Borderlands 4.
Oh yeah.
And all of it was quite positive, surprisingly to me. I don't know about you, but I was kind of surprised to see that these people actually liked it. And the video and the gameplay that I saw was very Destiny 2 like.
Yeah, it does look like Destiny 2.
It does. Like the cooldowns, the powers, everything you have, like were quicker and quicker rotation. I saw a lot of like throwing grenades, changing weapons, using some kind of ability, using a super, then back to a grenade, then and then all of the enemies were just dropping like flies. Nothing seemed like. This is one thing I didn't like about Borderlands is you got a 2 foot by 2 foot rocket squirrel with horns, and it is you got to dump like 16 clips into it to kill it. Everything was just a huge bullet sponge. It didn't look like that at all. It looked like you had just mobs of enemies that you were taking down, and Destin Legary for one, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but he did get to play it, and he mentioned that it was a little Destiny like, and kind of had it was scratching that itch, so to speak. Those are my words, not his. But so I'm kind of more interested in this, especially now that it's not going to be $80.
Yeah.
Are you? What's your interest level in this from a 1 to 10?
Maybe a 6.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be for me too. Maybe like a 5.5.
Yeah, because I mean I have played some of the other Borderlands.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to complete them. So if friends get it, I might cop it, but I wouldn't get that just for myself.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. I miss Destiny 2. I miss the days where and I'm gonna call myself out for this. Like me and my wife we'd get up, we'd make some breakfast, drink some coffee. It's like, Saturday morning we ain't got shit to do. Go into our respective corners and play Destiny 2 until midnight with all of our friends. You know what I mean? I mean, like doing like the new content and the raid and oh shit, we got got this new dungeon that we need to do. I miss that shit, man. I miss having that stuff to do with the same people over, like not over and over again, but the same people to play with.
Yeah. I don't really have that with a lot of people now. Obviously, you've got friends. And
I don't think we'll ever get that again.
We don't have that like that original Destiny clan that you always used to have.
I know.
I miss that.
Yeah, I miss that too. I even played World of Warcraft, man, trying to get and I joined a clan. And I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to, I can't find anybody I know to play World of Warcraft with. So I'm just going to make some new people. I mean, not make new people. I'm not God. I can't make people. But I'm going to meet some new people and hopefully get into some activities and stuff. Man, they were so disorganized, and all of them, it was a Discord, and all of them talked about their cats. Like I couldn't organize anything or get anybody to, it was, so then I left that. I joined another one, and then on their Discord, it was like nobody, it was like crickets. It was, I don't know. But anyway, so I backed out of that. I don't play WoW anymore. So if Borderlands 4 is good and it's fun and I can get some of those old friends to, hey, let's, then yeah, I'm all for that. But I think I think everybody's just kind of moved on. I think everybody's gotten so jaded by Destiny that it's hard to get into another game like that when you're just like,
I mean, not just jaded by Destiny, but like as we said before, just jaded by the whole live service stuff right now too. Like every single game wants your life and your soul to put in.
Yeah, you gotta play today. You gotta play every day, so you log in and get your blah blah blah.
Oh no, it's like,
you get your battle pass. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of single player games lately.
I don't know what Borderlands does in that aspect. I know they got a bunch of DLC with a super upgrade pack.
Yeah,
just like every game just wants to consume you. It's like, I want to play other games.
I know. Well, I started. I forgot to mention this, but I started Claire
Oh, Clair Obscure.
Obscure
Yeah.
Expedition 33. That prologue is, oh,
Yeah.
well,
Actually,
it was just a little rough for me to get through. But after that, man, the game starts to get really good.
I should go back to that because I was going to play it and I forgot about it.
I streamed it on Sunday. I won't be streaming tonight. Sorry, people. So, but yeah, I'll probably play more of that. But again, that's a single player experience. I've been playing a little bit of Witcher 3, single player experience. I'm still playing Oblivion. I don't mention that anymore because it's just like, hey, there's air, and there's the sky's blue.
Was it Witcher 3 or another game? I'm seeing like older games get updates still.
Witcher 3 got a upgrade recently.
I think they're having mods. They're going to add mods and on console as well.
They have mod support, right? Yeah, for the PC version, like drop-in mods or one-click mods or something like that, and for console as well. Man, that is just a fantastic game. I played that game twice, like all the way through, and I'm guess I'm on my third playthrough, and I'm like level 5. I found a mission that I haven't played yet, like a complete like whole story arc, and found another Witcher that I didn't even know was in the game.
Yeah. A lot of games do that. Like, I've done everything. Wait a minute, what was that? Hang on.
Yeah, and it was just this like, hey, why is this house has a booby trap on it? What's going on? Okay, I'm going to check it out. And then you go into this 30-minute little thing, and now you got somebody that's going to fight with you at the end of the game. Like, god damn, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so good. Anyway, well, I'll keep some tabs on Borderlands 4, and we'll kind of see what's going on with that. It looks fun. I like the second one. The third one I did not like at all. God, the antagonists for that game, the twins or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, I think that game almost killed me with cringe. I think I was dialing 911 before I quit that game. I realized that it's just this game. I should probably hang up the phone. So, but let's hope that this one is written a little bit better. And I know that it's trying to be funny, but it doesn't have to lay so heavily on the comedy, to where it's just and just don't let Rainy Pitchford write anything.
Yeah, there's a fine line between humor in something and just overplaying it.
Annoyance, yeah. Like, good grief. It's like sitting in on a bench at the mall waiting for your wife to come out of, a store, and then two tweens or whatever sitting next to you and talking to each other on the phones while they're sitting next to each other, and it's like just let me jump off a cliff. But anyway, also I will mention. And I don't know if anybody even knows this game. System Shock 2 is getting an update. It's getting an anniversary edition. It's done by Night Dive Studios, which I love these guys. They update old games, but retaining the look, the feel, everything. But modernizing it. Modernizing it enough for it to work and feel good. This game is scary. It's sci-fi. It's a fantastic game. The graphics are, dated, obviously, but they've added co-op. Like, they took this game and added, I think, 4-player co-op.
Oh, wow.
And holy cow, I cannot believe they actually did that. So, and I think there's a multiplayer mode. I don't remember the original having a multiplayer mode, but I think there's like a death match or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that comes out on Thursday. I will be playing that. I'll probably be streaming that also on Sunday. So... I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all these old games getting updates more than the new games coming out.
There's more actually old games getting updates, and not in the live service sense, but just getting updates.
Yeah.
I don't know where these are coming from, but I'm happy about it. Like,
yeah, Night Dive Studios has been doing this for a long time.
yeah. I mean, not just them, but there's like the other games are getting updated still. Like Witcher 3 still getting support. Cyberpunk, I think, might still get another update.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2 complete remake.
What was the other game? Dying Light. He is getting a visual sort of upgrade.
Dying Light, the original one?
The original one.
Wow.
They're going to update
those guys find the time to do this stuff.
I don't know. So I mean, it's all these older games are just getting random updates. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
That's good though, man.
That's good. That's good. It's just funny. Like, oh, you're not charging like $70 for a remaster. Oh, cool. Yeah, all right, I'll take the upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people get it, man. Some people get it. You know, it's when studios do that. To me, it makes me think that that studio loves that game as much as the people that play it.
Yeah, as much as we do.
You know.
Yeah.
Like even City Project Red. I obviously loves The Witcher, and they love Witcher 3. It's obviously they're the best game they've ever made. Yeah, I'm said it's Cyberpunk 2077. It's not the best game they ever made, but and they're still updating it and still adding stuff to it. So I mean that's freaking awesome. I love that stuff. So there's good out there.
Yeah.
I like to leave on something positive if we can find it. In gaming, sometimes it's hard to find something that's positive. That's why I don't ever want to leave on Bungie. But that's where we're going to end it today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Hopefully David will be back, and we'll find out what's been going on with him. And tell us what you think of our new layout. This is done by Riverside. I'm testing this out, kind of trying to upgrade the podcast a little bit. And the experience with it so far has been great. So I might continue to use that. I don't know. Liam, what are you doing this week? Are you streaming like 24/7 between now and you're going to do your non-sleep thing?
I have to be with friends this week, so I've got
have to. That doesn't sound like I mean, you get to.
I have to. It's like, come outside. No.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it's like, dude, you need to touch grass, my friend. Come on, get some fresh air. Yeah, I got you.
I have a few appointments to do and go see people, so I probably won't be gaming much this week.
Okay.
I'll see.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna be probably gaming a bunch, so I'll have plenty to talk about next week. So let's hope that big story happens and we can talk about it next week. So otherwise, thanks for joining us. Bye. See you in the next one.
See you.